Hi guys, welcome to the NiKo show, and today we are going to be talking about the very first quadruple A game in existence, which is Skull and Bones. Yes. Now we all know Black Flag Resynced has released in earlier this month in July 2026. Now everybody in this world screamed for a Black Flag remake or a game which is a spiritual successor of sorts to Black Flag ever since the first one released. So, Ubisoft decided to make Skull and Bones first. Now, before we move on further, the main topic of this video is that how Black Flag Resynced just made Skull and Bones obsolete. This game made Skull and Bones' whole existence pointless. Now, even before Black Flag Resynced came out this year, there was this trend where when Skull and Bones released, people were playing Black Flag more, the 2013 version. So you can understand how much the demand was for Black Flag, right? And despite of that, Ubisoft decided to make Skull and Bones, which is literally just Skull and Bones of the original game, devoid of all the skin, of all the meat. In fact, I'll take my words back. I think they did the opposite. They just ripped out the skin and sold us. They ripped out the skull and bones and sold us the skin. So that game did not have much to do. Now, I agree. I have played a lot of Skull and Bones. I have given at least 50 hours of it. I played 50 hours of Skull and Bones. It is a good game for what it is. Okay, I'm not trying to make the game look bad or anything. Individually, the game is good. But when you factor in the different budgets that have gone into it, that timelines, it has taken more than a decade for that game to come out, and about 850 million is the budget of that game, and despite of that, the sales are only like 1 million. I think hardly it touched 2 million. I don't know the exact number. Or now, according to AI, it has sold around 128,000 units, so 128k units on Steam now. So overall, maybe it has touched a million. But when you look at Black Flag Resynced sales, there are 3 million copies within 2 weeks. Like, it's unreal for the amount. Like, look at the ratio between these two. So there is a clear demand from consumers and from gamers that, hey, we need a Black Flag. We need an extension of it. Fine, if not an extension of it, just remake it and look at what happens when companies do what consumers tell them to do. So obviously, Black Flag is a success and Skull and Bones was not, right? So existence of these two games, of a 2013 version of Black Flag and the new Black Flag Resynced, makes Skull and Bones look like a joke now. Why did you even waste 10 years of dev time, 10 years of resources, $850 million to make Skull and Bones, which is devoid of anything that was asked in the first place? So gamers wanted a spiritual successor to Black Flag, but we were given anything apart from it. You cannot do land combat. Still, there is no update on land combat in that game. Now there are a variety of ships that have been added in the game, and the ships are amazing in that game. The customization that you can do. So that the Skull and Bones is basically a ship game. It's not a pirate simulator, right? We wanted pirate simulator. That would have been a better choice for them to go. But hey, I'm not the designer. I'm not the one who has put the money behind it. So I cannot. We get what we get. Basically, we can just critique it. We can just put our thoughts forward. And so that is the conundrum that Skull and Bones is. Already the player base is declining in that in Skull and Bones. The player count is declining. We'll just have a look, and I'll be showing that on the screen as well, that how much the player count has declined in Skull and Bones. And if you just do a quick search of it, right there you have it. So Skull and Bones peaked, like when it released, it peaked right there. It had 2,600 players at launch, and now it has around 300 players. And Black Flag Resynced launched on another level. So that is what I'm trying to just put the point forward, and many of the people have been echoing the same point, is that instead of having Skull and Bones, they should have done something similar to Black Flag Resynced, a different game in that same skin. And like Rogue, Assassin's Creed Rogue was a good example of that spiritual succession of sorts. But the problem is that Rogue was released when Unity came out, and Unity came in the worst state possible. So that really throttled Assassin's Creed Rogue's success. Besides that, Rogue was released on the last gen consoles during the time, and PS4 and Xbox One X or Xbox One was the new set of consoles that were coming during that time. So Unity released on next gen consoles in that period, and Rogue had to be sort of sidelined for that. So Rogue was overshadowed by it, but that was a good spiritual successor to Black Flag. So they should have continued with Black Flag or brought in a sequel, best yet, and this Skull and Bones situation would have been avoided. So $850 million would have been better spent somewhere else rather than spending it on Skull and Bones. Now you will say, why are you just so hypersensitive about this right now? Right now, this is not about right now. It's just that I have made the channel right now. That is why I have to point it out right now that Skull and Bones was not successful because people wanted Black Flag, and they gave us nothing like Black Flag. Now, if there was land combat, you can go explore the islands and actually get down on the islands, find chests, or have some side content like MMOs have. Even basic fetch quest would have been great. Like, even if somebody you meet on an island, he says go to that island, give me something, and you can actually do hand-to-hand combat. That would have added something more to it. At least a little light story elements would have been good, right? But there was nothing in it. It was bare bones. Yes, you can get down on certain islands, but movements are restricted. You can just walk clunkily from one point to another, find coconuts on the ground, pick it up, and then just keep collecting. It's a collectathon basically. That is not what we wanted. We wanted something extension, or at least the multiplayer extension of Black Flag, in the reigns of Black Flag, but that's not what we got. So the origin, this existence of Black Flag Resynced itself is such a slap to the existence of Skull and Bones and the thinking of not listening to consumers. They're just deaf to people on the forums trying to explain, trying to just put their point forward that we need Black Flag, we don't need Skull and Bones. But they gave us Skull and Bones, and a lot of time was wasted. 10 years is a long time. They could have given us a successor to Black Flag instead, or just got through with the mainline Assassin's Creed series. We would have had other good games now with us, and the company wouldn't have been suffering from layoffs. Now, as many of you might have heard, the company the Ubisoft Barcelona, the division that made the underwater exploration, they got laid off. So that is a clear sign that people are asking for something, so just listen to them, give them what they want, and make money. It's as simple as that. A plus B equal to C. Simple. There are no complications in it. They are introducing the layers of complication. The companies are introducing these complications, these funnels, and as we saw with the recent Xbox reset as well, that there were 14 layers of management. So I think this is a very the crucial problem that we are facing in the gaming industry right now, is because they have made their own grave basically. This is not what gamers or consumers have done. There has been no trend shifts in gaming. All we wanted was a Black Flag remake or something of spiritual successor to it, and we are seeing that when we get something, it gets supported. You get millions of copies, you get money, you don't get bankrupted, and you don't have layoffs. But they bloated themselves to such degree and made such a bad game in Skull and Bones that it was just like clowning. You're just clowning your own hard work, and so many studios made that game, the Skull and Bones. And now you have Black Flag Resynced, which just has the same exact things that the 2013 version had, but better, right? You have some quests, you have some additional elements in the hideout in Great Inagua. You can upgrade the whole manor with upgrades, and then you can go down the manor, and then you have general store, harbor master. These are little things that they have added. Then they have added different quests. Like with Blackbeard, there are some quests with the officers that you can recruit for your jackdaw. Like, these little things is what we wanted, or a multiplayer version of it, so that we could expand on this base building sort of elements, or have more incentive to go out and explore the different islands, or have a different setting in the Caribbean. But they just lost the plot with Skull and Bones. So that is the limbo where Skull and Bones will always be. Now that we have both the 2013 version of Black Flag and the recent one, like, the existence of Skull and Bones is kind of a joke right now. It's more like, why do you need Skull and Bones? So why did you make Skull and Bones, right? So that is the situation which I thought that I wanted to highlight, where Skull and Bones is basically, now if you want an experience where you want to manage ships, you want to manage the different elements of transporting goods from one place to another, having these small factions which are pointless, or they're just very, just there, they just exist there. There is no, like, I played the game for 50 hours, I didn't feel like I should be doing more of it. I just wanted to experience it once, but that's about it. It's a good game if you want to chill and sail the seas, have different kind of ships, upgrade them. Now they have done a tremendous job of keeping the game updated, despite of a very few despite of the small player limited player base that they have still supported the game. So that is something which is commendable. But I think it's too little too late kind of a deal, where if you would have launched with these many features and so many ships right up front and then added the drip feed content, maybe that have worked for them. And if there would have been something of a cohesiveness in the game, then maybe we wouldn't have been in the phase where Skull and Bones is a joke and Black Flag Resynced is just a proof that when you give players what they want, you succeed. So that is it about this video. I just wanted to highlight how just amusing and weird it is to look at Skull and Bones, which is a failure, and then Black Flag, which is a tremendous success, and it's just a remake of the old game, right? So now what Ubisoft is going to do now, or Ubisoft should do, is focus on having remakes on one end, good remakes like this one, and on the other end try to get the mainline Assassin's Creed games going, and in a good way. We don't want these kind of open world like bloats, like bloats, where you go in, you just check mark things. No, just give a good condensed experience, have a link, have a motive for me to go from A to B, and have it be in a good way, where you have Assassin's Creed Origins is a good way how you can do that, and that's about it, and we are set. But please don't make any blunder like Skull and Bones, right? That is what we do not want. So this is all I wanted to discuss about, like how Skull and Bones, this the situation has just shined a light on Skull and Bones' pointless existence. So that game is clearly not needed. So if they would have focused on Black Flag instead of Skull and Bones, we would have got a better game before Skull and Bones, right? So anyhow, that is it from this video. I'll see you in the next video on the NiKo show. Until then, guys, stay happy, keep gaming, and let me know in the comments what do you think about Skull and Bones and Black Flag Resynced, and if there is any other remakes that you would like to see in this game, because I am very excited. If Black Flag Resynced has seen the success, I hope that this continues forward and we get some great Assassin's Creed remake games. Now I don't want them to go ham on it and just start doing it like Capcom, but if they're doing it, do it like Capcom, keep the quality high, but just don't keep mimicking them too much as well. So that's it from this video. I'll see you guys in the next NiKo show. Until then, take care and keep gaming.